now David Beckham. Germany in the white and black, Ireland in green and white. Oliver Kahn starts in goal for the Germans.
That means Kinsella Holland will try to run midfield. Gary Kelly's up there. Duff, he could be the star. He's a rising star in my books. Number 9, Damien Duff. Watch for him today.
Ian Hart sends it long. Headed forward. Like had his first international goal in game 1 against Saudi Arabia. There's a steal. Ireland coming through. Popped off the ball. The cross. Oh, Ireland had a player making the run to the back post. And Germany looked
close running at him, because if Staunton doesn't get an angle on him, he'd never stay with him. I mean,
frames the cross. And it's right there and given. But Karsten Jancker shows his strength in the air.
Well, that was also going to be a big matchup. Who was going to pick up Karsten Jancker inside? And you can see it's Gary Breen. Gary Breen he's not...
Schneider. Deflected. Jancker. Down he goes. But he's not going to get a call.
You're too ordinary. You know what you have to do. That's what he did.
Left side. Long ball. Schneider. Hit it down. Close again. His 4th goal of the World Cup, all in the air.
Well, we told you at the beginning that Ian Harte was definitely a problem, and that Ian Harte was going to have to pick up closer, and he was never going to have to let him go. Ian Harte, very guilty on this one. Watch this as the ball is dead down through the middle. Watch the positioning. Look where Harte is now. He's just a kind of looping his way into the box. Look at Closer. Closer takes the break on him, gets in front of him. Ian Harte. I mean, he was just moving around out there. It was almost like he was out on a day's picnic. And all of a sudden, Close is in behind him, and the ball is at the back of the net. See how Lady is coming in on him? All he has to do is step in. Well, Ireland is feet at home here because it's starting to rain.
We're having a clear forecast.
It wasn't so clear.
Here's the long ball towards Duff. Oliver Kahn's coming out in the foot race. He had to win it. Had to win that ball. And he did. He knocked it out. Oliver Kahn, tough to beat that way in the air. Ireland setting it in. Knocked out. Given away. No. That's how you beat him. On a quick shot like that, Mick McCarthy knows how close that was. Holland, who scored against Cameroon, the game tired.
Well, he just nicks this one down along the ground, and that's exactly one of the strengths of Holland's game, JP. He has the ability to keep her out wide.
I'm intrigued myself with that one. Here's Germany inside the box. Looking up. Outside. Holland shot. Jancker. And the flag's up.
Oh, Shea Given, who has kept Ireland in so many games, comes from the same county as Packy Bonner, Donegal, so he's carrying on a proud tradition of goalkeeping. Look at this, great save here, and then clearly Jancker was in an offside position. He wouldn't have been Given anyhow. I mean, to me, Given...
Oliver Kahn, clearance. Rolling all the way back, Jancker, and Shea Given comes up big at the edge of the box. The flag was up though anyway.
Well, he was just around Gary Breen. Gary Breen was pushing him. Gary Breen did a really good job of making sure Jancker...
In support, Duff turns it back around. The deflection, Kinsella. Spins up, chip inside, Ranelagh caught! The intent, that would have been spectacular had that gone around. Briggs is up. Germany settles Ballack. Low shot went wide.
Be the wide men who should be fit to pick the game up.
Germany breaking it up. Ireland getting it back. Right side it comes. Finnan's cross. Headed down. A chance. Saved by Oliver Kahn. Damien Duff nearly had the game tired. Corner.
Well, that was exactly what I set up, JP. The Germans dumping the ball out. Watch what happens here. The ball comes across inside. It's dumped back out again. It comes back into the middle. And look at that touch. Oliver Kahn didn't know too much about it. He just threw the hand at it.
Well-timed run, too, from Duff.
And the German player was. Look at the ball flicked inside. Damien Duff doing a great job of getting inside. And he actually hits Oliver Kahn. I thought Oliver Kahn got a hand to him. It was a case of the keeper. That's
Jancker wants to lay it off using that strength. The cross. this goal kick.
Once again, Ian Hart was taken out of it on the far side as Janker lays the ball back. What's a little bit of confusion? Where's Hart? That's a little bit late on the play there.
See the difference though in this game. Free kick from about 24, 25 yards out. Hart with a bender. Then curled way wide.
Well, he had the opportunity to smack it on, and instead he just wasted the best opportunity really that Ireland had here in the second half.
Ballack, Janker, no flag, the chip, it's going toward goal, and then an angle wide. Carsten Janker may have been able to put an end to this story today had he scored there.
Well, you heard of the look of the Irish. Here's the perfect example. Shea Given is beaten. Janker with a cheeky little chip. And look at that ball. The ball just drifts wide of the post. Remember, going back to the Cameroon game, Jeremy did exactly the same thing in about 2 or 3 minutes after.
Green on Janker. The corner near post. It bounced! And Janker, Ireland were fortunate. Any kind of a touch there, it's probably a goal.
Ireland are falling asleep at the back.
They're trying to wake him up front. To the left wing. Off the face. And it was lost by Holland. Who lunged down and got called.
Well, watch as the ball comes across here. There's no reaction from the Irish defenders. Look at this. The ball comes bouncing through. Look at it. Bounces off one, bounces off two. And there's a pretty good tug on the shirt there today.
There's Janker. Ballack. Janker. A little behind him, then he got free and he's brought down. Oh, the Germans are living.
Beckham stepped up to him, stuck it in the net.
Stomped it if it's a left foot, instead it's a right foot. And it went wide.
Disappointing effort. Disappointing. He's the most disappointed player out there, I know. I mean, in a situation like that, you go up and you give it a lash. Forget about trying to poke it in. I mean, Oliver Kahn is not going to be beaten like that. He's too experienced. You know, you give it a lash, you bang it in. If the wall knocks it down, you hope that somebody handles the ball or the ball rebounds there or something. I would.
Got his 4th goal of this World Cup. Will it stand up? Brings freedom in the box. The cross. Header. Close up. Could have been goal number 5 and game over 2.
Once again, it was that side of the field, but this time it was Kilbane who was taken out of the play. And then look at close. He's wide open. He tries to measure it. He gets the perfect opportunity. Fringes dropping the ball across. Beautiful ball right onto his head. That should have been game.
German fans know all about the date of the cup.
Managed to get first-class seats on airlines, all right, but you see the offside call here.
The cup.
Managed to get first-class seats on airlines, all right, but you see the offside call here.
Ireland can come back from 1 goal down and get a draw, but not 2. Not at this stage. Kahn came out with a brave save.
Oh, and he spilled it down the middle, and the Germans were lucky because it fell to the German foot instead of an Irish foot. There was nobody in the area.
No green jersey in sight. Schneider, offside flag goes up. And the Schneider pass. Not fortunate too, he didn't get hurt there.
Watch this beautiful ball flicked through by Niall Quinn. The keeper comes out, and look at the way the ball spills down the middle. Robbie Keane tries his might to get to it, and Oliver Kahn just beat him to it. Oliver Kahn has made a couple of key saves.
Halfway line, sent up long. Brought down. Quinn tips. Look out there. Oliver Kahn was hoping that was over his head, and it was.
Oh, Quinn played it so well. Good control for a big man. Pulls the ball down, and I thought he might have given it a shot, but he tried to chip it over. Oliver Kahn was off the line a little bit. But good play there by Niall Quinn.
Towards the next round. Again, they have to play Saudi Arabia. You figure that's 3 points. So they're hoping for something here. To Quinn. He doesn't get it. There's a whistle. There was a whistle. Oliver Kahn made the save. the whistle before that.
Well, let's see what happens here as this ball comes across inside. Ireland have gone to the aerial route now that they have the big man in there, Quinn, and the ball comes pushing through, and Keane is denied by Oliver Kahn.
He's about a minute and a half from knowing that Germany will go on to the next round with still another game to be played in this round. On the long ball, Quinn, Keane, he's in! Robbie Keane has tied it for Ireland!
Dropped inside, Quinney plays it very well, and as the ball is knocked across Robbie Keane, get in there you little beauty, he said, and he banged it off the post, and there's a punch in the Union Bank that Ireland will probably never forget. What a magnificent stroke by Robbie Keane. He gets the look of the Irish on it. Kahn gets a touch onto the ball. It goes off the upright, but it goes into the back of the net. Mick McCarthy, look at the look of that face, folks. You don't have to tell what he was feeling. He couldn't believe it. Ireland just went crazy as well as the US.
Talked about Niall Quinn's skill in the air. That's how we saw it.
決まった苦しんだスペイン、ベスト8進出を決めました。最後はメンディエタ。